country, welcome to my channel. I do motovlogs and adventure videos, and occasionally I do some unboxing and product reviews, but primarily I'm going to stick to motovlogging for the time being because it's awesome and I like doing it. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you like any of my videos, give them a big thumbs up. Today we are cruising around Hart Park. I'm doing this motovlog on the fly here, guys. I don't really ever have a script. Usually I have a topic, but I don't know. I thought maybe we could talk about the pros and cons of owning a motorcycle. That's kind of one of the things about doing motovlogging that I've noticed is you kind of lose interest in riding when you're trying to do all these different shots and you're talking about all these different things. You know, it makes actually riding a motorcycle not quite as enjoyable. So I'm gonna try and wing it on this one. I'm just gonna talk about, you know, the pros and cons of owning a motorcycle. And I know a lot of people have already done this particular type of video, but that's all right. This is gonna be my opinions. So first off, best reason for owning a motorcycle, fuel economy. So on my 2015 Harley Davidson Sportster that I am currently riding right now, I get roughly 140 miles per tank, and it's a 2.5 gallon tank, so that's really not that bad. The second plus to owning a motorcycle is the joy of riding. It's really an adventure every single time you get on this motorcycle. And you know, you got the wind blowing on you, you get to smell different things. You know, these are all benefits that come with riding. It's pretty crazy that every single time I go riding I smell something. Like, you know, I'll smell burning wood or something and it just smells like a campfire. All these things that you kind of forget about when you're in a car. You know, you don't actually smell all these, you know, when it's springtime you smell the pollen and all kinds of different things that you can smell when you're riding a motorcycle, which is kind of cool. But then again, there's also the cons, because you could be driving by a dairy farm and all you smell is the cows and the poop, and that's no fun. So here's a negative to riding. I have been riding for about 7 years now, and out of the entire time that I've been riding, I've been stung by a bee or a wasp or a hornet. I don't really know what the insect was exactly, but I know I was stung probably about 10 different times. And it's usually on my neck, because that's like the only exposed area that I really have. And it hurts. It's not a lot of fun, especially when you're riding. And then you get bugs in your face. And sometimes you'll get a bug that's like creepy crawling around in your helmet. And that's no bueno. I'm pretty sure anybody that's ever ridden a motorcycle knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. And these are my own opinions, and I don't really hear any of the other motovloggers talking about these negatives. Oh, look at the ducks. Look at the ducks. Oh, we can stop and look at the ducks. Oh, look at the ducks. Look at the ducks. You guys like Harleys? You guys like Harley Davidsons? How many of you ducks like Harley Davidsons? Huh? Nope. None of the ducks like Harleys, guys. Alright, so let's get back into some more of the pros. Another pro would be affordability. And we're not just talking about filling the tank, which is another plus, you know. It's only about $8 to $10 to fill this tank, depending on where I get gas at. But insurance is really not as expensive as most people think. My insurance for this motorcycle, and it's a 2015, is $45 a month, and that's through State Farm, and that's full coverage, just because I wanted to make sure everything was covered. You know, it's a motorcycle. And then the actual price of most motorcycles, you know, if you're not getting something super crazy, you could pretty much buy a used motorcycle for anywhere from 5 to 10 grand, a newer one, and that's really not that bad, especially compared to, you know, a brand new car or something that's, you know, 20, 30, 40. Some of them are like 60 grand now. It's crazy. But yeah, so affordability is definitely a pro when it comes to motorcycles, and everything all the way down to maintenance, you know. Oil oil changes, all of that. It's a lot cheaper with a motorcycle. So let's go back to another negative, and that would be the environment and or weather. Oh, look at a kitty. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Let's see if the kitty wants to hang out. Come here. Oh, rejected. I got rejected, guys. Let's see if Mr. Squirrely over here wants to hang out. Come here, Squirrely. Oh no, he doesn't want to hang out. Nobody wants to hang out with the Harley guy. Ah, well. Back to the negative, and that would be the weather. The weather is always unpredictable, and obviously I am all leathered out right now, and I got gloves on, and the current temperature is only 52 degrees right now. But that could always change. You could be riding and it could start raining, which actually I was kind of nervous about, because I don't know if you can see the clouds out here. We got some dark, scary looking rain clouds that have been roaming. So yeah, that's a negative. You could be out riding and enjoying your ride, and then out of nowhere you could start getting pelted by hail, or who knows. So that's definitely a negative right there. Let's do a couple more positives. The fact that these motorcycles are really small, and you can pretty much park anywhere. You can fit in these compact places, and sometimes you can make your own little parking spaces, which is pretty cool. So another negative would be the dangerous factor. Obviously motorcycles are on two wheels, so you can fall over, people don't see you. So yeah, these things have potential to be lethal. But just like anything else, you got to be careful. Yeah, you just got to watch out. You got to be extra careful when you're on your motorcycle. So I'm definitely not covering all of the pros and cons to owning a motorcycle. These are just a few of the ones that I can think of while I'm riding around here in the beautiful Hart Park. If you can think of any other pros and cons that I failed to mention, go ahead and drop those in the comments box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I am Mystery. Thank you for watching, and consider subscribing.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts.